Hey, it's Dave Brown here, host of Now with Dave Brown on AMI. Check out this latest highlight from the show. The sound of cowbells will fill Mount Pleasant neighborhoods in Vancouver as cyclists race around Jonathan Rogers Park for the first Vancouver edition of Shim's Ride. Launched in 2020, the event honors the resilience and perseverance of Matthew Shimanovsky following an accident. Proceeds for the event benefit the Praxis Spinal Cord Research. Vancouver community reporter Nathan Clement is an advisor for this year's edition of the ride and can tell you a bit more about the event. Hey, good morning, Nathan.
Good morning, Dave. How are you today?
Nathan, I'm great. I'm eager to learn more about the event, but first I want to learn a little bit more about the person who this event honors, Matthew Shimanovsky.
Yes. Matthew was a rower for UVic, and was additionally on the Canadian U23 rowing team. Back in about 2019, 2020, he got involved in a car accident, and he's a C5 spinal cord injury now with Shim's, and the ride as a whole, Nick Monte, Cole Glover, and a few other people put together this ride in support of Praxis, Spinal Cord Research, and developing funds to just get people out, and it's become a really huge community event all across Vancouver and BC as a whole.
Why did you want to get involved as an advisor this year and to participate?
I think one of the biggest things is I've gotten to know the team, gotten to meet the team. They're an incredible group of people, and they really want to back and help para-athletes come out in droves and really grow para-sport numbers. So this conversation started way back in about February, March, April, where I sat down, actually ran into Nick on a rainy day out in Vancouver, and we started coming up with a plan to get more and more para-inclusivity into the community and into cycling as a whole in BC. So it's really started from there, and they've been incredible backers with the goal of more para-involvement around Vancouver, British Columbia.
So what's being introduced this year? You mentioned that there's going to be events in Vancouver and around the province. What's on tap? What's on deck?
So in years past, they've had all their events in Vancouver Island. So in years past, they've biked from Victoria to Port Hardy in around 520K. Additionally, they've held the crits around, so about a kilometer-long race, and usually in city or street blocks or in industrial park blocks around towns in Victoria in the past. This year it's coming to Vancouver, or just around Jonathan Rogers Park, so right in the Mount Pleasant area with backdrops of the city there. So what they're going to be doing is a full day of cycling activities where they have juniors racing, where they're going to have seniors, elites racing, where you're going to potentially have pro riders come in there and compete. And for the first time, and what we're doing is having a para time trial. So with a para time trial, it's about an hour block during the day from about 5 to 6 p.m. on July 27th. And we want to make it available for any rider, whether you're a world champion or you're just wanting to race and compete for the first time. So it's going to be little staggered starts throughout that hour, allowing all riders just to get out and experience an event, being in the community and being surrounded by Vancouver. And what is Shim's has a reputation for being the event of the summer, the event of kind of cycling in the year where just everyone comes together and everyone celebrates the sport. So really having para inclusion for the first time is going to be incredible for just bringing new people into the sport and into our beautiful world.
Nathan, if you zoom out a little bit further, why do you think events like this ride are so important in terms of promoting research, parasports, and maybe even disability more broadly?
It puts the eye on parasport, and it puts the eye on the people in there too. With anything like this, there's so many incredible people involved in parasport. I'm not just even talking about cycling. Having an event like this, but having an opportunity where people can come out, people can watch, people can try to ride a bike for the first time, or just get out there and experience the crowd, experience the community. that can benefit someone's life forever. Just giving them a new opportunity, a new world. I recently talked to a friend who suffered a stroke a few years ago, told him about the event. He's been looking more and more to get into the community, more and more just trying to get involved with his biking. And this is going to be his first opportunity to get out there and really experience Vancouver cycling community in a massive way. So for that, it's going to be really great just to get people and personalities out together, but it's going to really help grow. Because I know in Vancouver, we have a few other parasport events that happen. We have the Canada Cup Wheelchair Rugby Series in June, early June. We have the wheelchair tennis that goes on at Kitts Beach. But these events are so huge and just growing the parasport community and making it so much bigger and getting more people involved in all aspects and just giving someone something that they love to do.
Nathan, what are some of the relevant details in terms of learning more about Shim's Ride in general, or specifically this Vancouver event?
So for the Shim's Ride right now, is they're posting a whole lot on their Instagram, their website, shimsride.ca. Additionally, there's contact pages on the website, and a lot of stuff's going to be coming out in the next few weeks about just days coming up, as the event is on July 27th. Riding starts at 12, but there's going to be different hour blocks throughout the day from about 12 to 8 p.m. The Paraside is from 5 to 6 p.m. And it's just going to be a great event. Right now, we're working on finding accessible parking for everyone with disabilities, and we're just really trying to make it the biggest event that it can be.
Right on. Hey, Nathan, I know you're training in Quebec here, getting yourself in tip-top shape. How much poutine do they let you eat while you're in the middle of training?
Oh, that's a fine line. I haven't been allowed much, but I was here about just over a week ago, and in the town of St. George, maybe me and one of my teammates, I'll leave his name out of it, snuck in some poutine here and there.
You know, the potatoes are not the worst things in the world, but maybe the gravy might be a little bit much. Right? Yeah, you got to fuel the beast. You got to fuel the beast. Hey, Nathan, best of luck with your training. Keep us posted on this event as well, and we'll talk to you again in a couple weeks.
Yeah. Take care. Thank you for your time.
Oh, always a pleasure. That's Vancouver community reporter Nathan Clement. Shimsride.ca to learn more. SHIMSRIDE.ca. Shimsride.ca to learn more. Do you want to dive into more conversations like this? Watch Now with Dave Brown weekdays at 9 a.m. Eastern on AMI TV, or download the podcast wherever you listen.